Now, for me, I thought this was more of like a no brainer. If you want to meet Mr. Right, the partner of your life, form a loving connection, you have to put yourself out there. And obviously, my method takes, I'm starting to realize, a little bit more confidence than other methods because I think a lot of you guys think you're like Cinderella that's gonna be plucked on the shoulder and like find Prince Charming is gonna find you in a crowd full of people and say, "Hey, I'm everything that you ever wanted and everything you ever needed. Let's be together. Let's make this love thing happen." And I feel like that is not real. That is clearly a fantasy for a reason. And that's why I like to give you guys the tips of things that I do to, approach guys, get approached by guys. And a big part of that is just knowing how to circulate your energy. You have to be able to put yourself out there and not just in the same places. Consistency in the beginning is key for a lot of you that don't even know how to get out of the house. A lot of you guys are very introverted and you're like, I'm always in the house, I'm a homebody. First of all, we got to get you out of the house consistently. Once you get out of the house consistently and you learn how to be in spaces, and I like to say by yourself, confidently by yourself in spaces, then we can start circulating our energy. A big example of this is I used to live in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm actually visiting right now, and I moved to Chicago. I think one of the big things that I noticed about being in Chicago is there's more places and spaces to circulate my energy, especially as a person of color. There's more events, there's more people, there's more like random little niche communities that you can kind of inject yourself into, and you don't even necessarily have to be consistently there. And I think sometimes hopping in and out a little sporadically at some of the same events provides a little bit more curiosity, provides a little bit more circulation where people see you, but they don't see you consistently, where they're just like, I'm always going to see him. And they're kind of like more intrigued to know who you are, what you're about. And if anything, it's just that, again, the confidence that I'm trying to get you guys to adopt about being out by yourself, that is just so intriguing and interesting to a lot of people. I find that a lot of people are shocked that I go out by myself and they just want to know where I get the confidence to do that. And to me, it's almost like an instant conversation starter. And again, a part of circulating your energy, regardless if you're starting at the beginning where you're just being consistent going somewhere because you're just now taking steps outside of your house and you're more comfortable with that, or you have developed that confidence where I can go a little bit of anywhere and everywhere. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that I'm just like, I could go anywhere, and I still have those, moments where I'm like, oof, should I go here? I'm getting it's a little intense. This is a crowd that I'm not used to. I'm like by myself. Everybody's in groups. Are people watching me? Is this weird? But all of that, like I tell you guys, it's like a muscle. It starts to fade the more that you do it, which is why I try to encourage you guys to just do it. Stop watching my content, stop consuming things, and start taking action in tandem with consuming my content. But you have to take action to know what you actually need help with. Like, I feel like a lot of you are stuck in your head and you're not moving. Like I always say, you don't have a plan. You're not trying to do anything, initiate anything to see where you could be in your own way, how you can do different things and shake things up. But back to my analogy, Columbus, Ohio versus Chicago, there's just more spaces to circulate my energy. Again, especially as a person of color, moving to Chicago was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life because it's just more to do. And again, like I say, there's more people of color here. There's more events dedicated to us. And it's not to say that those spaces are not, in my opinion, when I go there. I don't like to go to spaces where I don't feel like it's open and inclusive, but it's also just different energies. And the more that you go from different parties, different events, different things that you would not normally go to because there's so many niche ones within Chicago, the more you get to meet other people and the more your potential for finding someone that is going to be attracted to you, that you can build that longevity with. It's all about just like learning how to make connections. I'm just really good at making connections, and maybe it's just a connection for the night, maybe it's a connection for one follow-up text message, or maybe a dinner, or maybe coffee, or you see them somewhere else. But just getting to a place where you're able to connect with people is a muscle and a skill that I feel like a lot of us are missing. Like we don't know how to do that anymore. We like to go with our group, stay in our clique, and just be locked in. Where, again, if you're locked into that clique, to me, it's more intimidating for someone to say, "Ooh, I like him. He's cute. Let me go talk to him." And it's like when you're out by yourself, there's less of that barrier to entry. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And if they see you popping in and out of different places, it just brings this curiosity. And again, I'm just preaching from where I come from. It just breeds this curiosity as to who is this person? Why are they so confident? I just want to get to know them. And that's literally what sparks it. And maybe it becomes Mr. Right, or maybe it becomes a stepping stone to Mr. Right. But a big thing I want to pass off is you guys have to learn how to start circulating your energy. For me, circulating energy is just moving from place to place, not staying stagnant, not going to the same places if you're not seeing any results. If you need help with that, if you don't know how you're getting in your way, you know what to do. DM me. But yeah, let's start circulating our energy and stop sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else's lives.